Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Before the Post. We are going through the 8th of March races, and without further ado, let us start. Race number 1 is run over 1,000 meters, is a class 3. We only have 6 runners. I like the top 2 in this race, Stormcloud and Azure. What do you think, Yazan?
Yep, both those horses are in form, and Azur has won his last start, where Shrikant's Foxy had run third or fourth, and then subsequently came out and won again after that. And Azur has got Akshay Kumar on, but Stormcloud also has run second to again Foxy, so you can't ignore that one as well. And then Villanelle is running after a year. Owner and trainer have changed, so that's one to watch out for maybe. What do you think about Enforcer and Enski, Shrikant, apart from the top two?
All are speedy horses. It is a 5 furlong race. It's all about even missing an inch in a stride will cost a lot on the winning post. It is more about keeping the rhythm and top speed of the horse throughout the race. Hardly you get time to give a breather. So Enforcer is a speedy one. Also, Azure and Stormcloud, they ran together last time out. And when Azure won, Stormcloud ran third. They were carrying almost equal weights, though bottom weight, and the distance between them was about 3 lengths. So coming into this race, these two, they're almost at the same weights, with Azure getting a kilo from Stormcloud. So it's going to be very interesting between these horses. Though there are only 6 horses, it's not easy to pick a horse in this race.
Yeah, there's nothing that stands out particularly.
And overall, if we see that all these 5 furlong races, the verdict between the winner and the horse which runs last will be almost around 5 to 6 lengths. They all finish close because it's a short distance race. Anyways.
What do you feel, Tyler?
Yeah, I think based on that run where Stormcloud and Azure ran together and Azure won that race, I think this race is between the top 2, and based on that, I think we should go to picks, and I am going to go with Azure because on a handicap, he is still going to beat Stormcloud because now is not taking 5 kilos off. So I think Azure can repeat.
You, Shrikant, what's your pick gonna be for this one?
Even I'm gonna stick to Azure for this race.
Okay, 1, 2, and 3. I also go with that then. Let's go. Let's move to the next race. I'm gonna pick Azure as well.
Race number 2 is a very, very interesting race. This is a class 2 over 2,000 meters. We have a repeat of a race that happened earlier in the season where we had the same 4 runners run against each other. That race was won by Golden Dancer, also over 2,000 meters, also in class 2. Endurance finished second there. Now there is a change in the handicap and weights of how these horses will be running against each other. Shrikant, what do you think about this race?
Yeah, as you mentioned, they all ran together, except for Exuma had another run after that and then came out and won 2,400 meter race in class 3, beating Pristine Glory. Now again back to 2,000 meters. It's really hard to find class 2, class 3 long distance races. Whenever they find something about 9 furlongs, they tend to go for it. And these are the 4 horses. That is the reason that they are running again together. In this race, I like how Golden Dancer has been placed and the age advantage. Golden Dancer is the only younger horse which is contesting in this race. And we have discussed in length about the Ziska line previously. And also Golden Dancer won pretty well last time out, carrying 55.5, though Kimiko was carrying a lot more weight. Now this time out, it's 1.5 kilos difference between Golden Dancer and Kimiko. And I'm surprised that Kimiko has a jockey change to Trevor. So yeah, I feel that Trevor can ride long distance races really well. These are the 2 horses I'm thinking about. I'm still confused. What about you, Yazan?
It's quite tight if you go to see between the four of them. You can't discount any horse. And like you mentioned, Kimiko, Trevor is in the saddle. Maybe he's asked for the ride. And interestingly, they've put on a hood on Kimiko. So it might help her not miss the kick like she does most of the times. And interestingly, this is the Homi Mehta trophy. So I would give the edge to the Mehta family and go with endurance.
Also, another thing to add, last time out when these four horses ran, they were separated by only 3.25 lengths between them. So it was a tight finish. So even this is going to be something similar to that. Tyra?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it will be an interesting race. They shouldn't be that far apart from each other. I do like endurance in this. I think he comes out well based on the last run where he only finished 1.5 lengths behind Golden Dancer. I will say, however, Kimiko, she's been a little bit disappointing in her last runs, but if you look at her run in Bombay last year, she has beaten endurance, carrying 4 kilos more than endurance over 2,000 meters. And now with Trevor on board, and if she's found that form again, I think she has also all the chance to win this. But yeah, it will be definitely an interesting race. Should we do our picks, guys?
I'm going to go with endurance. I wish the owners luck and I hope they win their family trophy. So I'll go with endurance. What about you, Shrikant? What are you going to pick? Are you going to stick with your filly, Golden Dancer?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Golden Dancer because of the age advantage. Though they performed really well together, I think I'm gonna stick to Golden Dancer. Tyra?
I'm a little bit confused. I would be picking endurance in this, but just considering the fact that me and Yazan are really close, I think I should pick someone else so that I have a chance to fight against Yazan.
Go with Golden Dancer. I would suggest you go with Golden Dancer.
So I'm gonna go with Kimiko.
Whoa.
Nice. I like the pick. I like
It's endurance.
Actually pretty good.
So we move now to the third race of the day. It's a class 4 handicap race, run over a mile, and we've got 9 runners. Interestingly, Tajiri has got on a blinker. So one of you could start with that. The bottom weighted Tajiri has got a blinker on. What are your thoughts on that, Shrikant? And if there is, what are the other contenders as well? And Jurakin also bled last time, who ran 4th.
I think unanimously we picked Tajiri to win the previous time. In fact, the last 2 times, if I'm not wrong. But it was slightly disappointing. At least coming down from class 4 to class 5, I thought like, okay, fine, this is a weaker set for Tajiri to, but ran 3rd. Trevor rode. I think he would have given the feedback about the equipment change, and it might have worked in the morning trials. So it's an interesting thing. Generally, horses which need blinker and you put them on, they tend to win 2-3 races back and jump to classes. They become so good. And also their decision to run in the upper class again in class 4 is very interesting. So yeah, Tajiri looks like is pretty much prepared for this race. Anything else, Tyra?
No, not really. I think there are a couple of horses that come into contention in this. Gold Bar is also there at the bottom weight. And then we also have an interesting first time out runner, Ascari, got abroad, 4-year-old. And Ekaterina also, disappointing in her last 2 runs, but she's come down to 1600 meters again. So I don't know how that will go.
According to me, as you mentioned, Gold Bar ran about 1.25 lengths or 2 lengths behind Manwar and Undercover. So that's an interesting line to go by. Gold Bar definitely stands a great chance in this race. Is anyone missing out on Giant Gold?
Yeah, I think Giant Gold
consistent.
definitely. Giant Gold has been very consistent. Ran a very good race with 14 horses last time out. was carrying bottom weight. Can't ignore her with Yash Naredu on board. So yeah, I think it's quite a competitive race, this one. I do like the form.
Yeah, and Jurakil
Yes, for sure. Especially since he bled last time.
from the yard of Mr. P.S. Chauhan. Yeah, he bled last time and Akshay Kumar's got the ride this time. Covered a lot of ground in his last run, where he finished fourth, and before that he finished second to Skanda. So let's see.
Yeah, well, let's see what we can do about the picks.
So what are your picks going to be for this race? Srikanth.
I'm gonna pick Gold Bar for this race.
Interesting pick.
I think she should get
Tyra?
a mile. I think
Okay.
she's a bit of a fractious filly. If she's able to settle, I think she will like the mile. I'm gonna go with Gold Bar as well. So yeah, what about you, Yazan? Who are you going with?
You'll have left out Tajiri and Jurakil. I'll go with Jurakil. I'll give a chance to Jurakil. Maybe because if he had not bled last time, he would have won. So he could perform better this time out.
Okay. The next race of the day, the highlight of the day, is the Seth Ramnath Daga Trophy Class 1. Very interesting race. I think this is between Yash and Trevor, the two who are fighting for the title. Irish Gold is also there. But yeah, I like the top weighted Market King in this, and I also think that Ultimo has all the chance to repeat again. But yeah, Srikanth, what do you think?
Yeah, I think you summed it up over there. I think these are the two horses which stand out in this race. Yes, Market King ran last time out in a 6 furlong race that and ran third to Social Butterfly. And Social Butterfly, she's one of the top sprinters as of now with her recent success. Also, if I'm not wrong, Market King still holds the record for 6 furlongs in Bombay. I think we need to fact check that. Meanwhile, Ultimo won Class 1 very impressively by beating Market King, but at that time had a 9.5 kilo difference between these two horses, Ultimo and Market King. As of now, it'll be about
6.5.
6.5 kilos. So we just need to see that how well, definitely at this level of competition that is in Class 1, it would matter a lot. And also, it depends on how fit they are. So based on that analysis, yes, the weight will matter, but it also depends on how fit they're coming into the race. It is tail end of the season. Absolutely, they would be fit. It is about how fresh they are to race. So can you throw us some light on the track work, Tyra?
Well, yeah, they're both coming into this race in top form. I don't think their track work would say a lot because we saw them in their last runs and they have run very well. In saying that, Ultimo did work very well last time out. He retains his form as per the track reporters' comments. Market King was urged in his last work, but if we go off the last run, he is a fit horse, especially for his age. Would you like to add anything, Yazan?
Apart from Ultimo, since Ultimo is a start to finish horse, Shubhankar is also a start to finish horse. So that might make a difference in the pace of a race, and Market King is at a weight advantage this time. And last time Ultimo had lead of about 4 or 5 lengths turning for home, and he just made it. And I don't think you can ignore Irish Gold, because Irish Gold was also 3/4 length behind both of them in the same race, just to mention.
Yeah.
But I would pick the old man Market King because he's been fighting hard to win a race this season, and he's gotten beat twice, once by a short head and once by a nose. And since it's between the two jockeys who are fighting for the championship, let's see who makes it this time, Yash or Trevor. What do you feel, Tyra?
Yeah, I'm also going to stick with my pick of Market King. I think he has been knocking on the door this whole season, and I hope he gets it this time. I think Ultimo will put up a strong fight, though. What about you, Srikanth?
Since you guys both have picked Market King. I have the privilege of picking Ultimo. And also, a good thing was mentioned by Yazan about how the running of the race will be. Yes, Shubhankar and Ultimo will cut pace, but need to see who will settle down. This shows how good a jockey Trevor is. He might use some of his experience and get the lead on this race and control the race and come out and finish faster than Market King. So based on that, I think I'm gonna go with Ultimo.
Also, just to add, Mojito has been, I think it'll be very hard for him to win this race, but he has been running only in terms races. And the last time he did run in Class 1, he did finish third. It was 5.5 lengths behind and it was second last. But in the past, he has won Class 1 races and he has been seeing only terms company for a while. So he could spring a surprise, but I doubt it in this race. Anyway.
So we come down to the fifth race of the day. It's a Class 5 run over 7 furlongs, and we've got 11 runners. Shrikant, what are your views on this race?
Wow.
You think Ministry of Time can make the post?
Absolutely. Ministry of Time stands a great chance in this race after running fourth in the same class, running at the same weight, did not get a drop after running fourth. Now, another horse to look into in this race is Ashwa Ankara. Yeah, Ashwa Ankara ran a very good race last time out. Ministry of Time has the age advantage, but Ashwa Ankara is also knocking on the door. Anything else, Tyra?
Yeah, I think we can speak about magical moments a little bit. In her first run in Mumbai, she ran second to Namiri. Based on that, with Namiri running in the Guineas and then running Class 2, this is a Class 5 race. But in saying that, Magical Moments has been a little bit disappointing in her last runs. I would also like to say that Madison, after winning a 1400 Class 5 race, yes, lost a lot of ground in his second last run again, and he bled in his second last run. In his last run, he didn't lose as much distance, and I think he might be in it again if he decides to jump level. But yeah, I would give the edge to Ministry of Time in this. I think it is definitely his race to lose. Her race to lose. Yeah.
Okay, so what are your picks going to be for this race? Let's start with you, Tyra.
I'm going to go with Ashwa Ankara. She ran a good race last time. She's won her races in Class 5 over 1400 meters. Yes, she's a little bit older. Ministry of Time will be hard to beat with Trevor, but I'm going to give the edge to Ashwa Ankara.
What about you, Shrikant?
I'm going to go with Ministry of Time.
Yeah, I feel the luck of Ministry of Time is going to change this time as well. So I'm also going to go with Ministry of Time.
Last and final race of the day. It's a 6 furlong race for Class 4 horses. We have an interesting 13 horses here. Yeah, I think if we look into the younger horses such as Evans Rhythm and Machiavellian, these two horses come really good on the chances. Yazan?
You can't discount Appalachian and Medusa also. Medusa has run third last time, wherein his stablemate Cinderella's Dream, that was your pick, won that race. And Medusa was sitting last and came with a good run and finished third. And this time, Trevor has taken the ride in place of C. Umesh. So maybe Medusa could trouble this lot. And Appalachian also had an apprentice last time, drifted out in the straight, ran fifth. And this time, the ride has gone back to T.S. Jodha, who has won with him in his first outing in Bombay.
What about Heaven's Rhythm, Tyra?
Yeah, Heaven's Rhythm only finished 3 lengths behind the winner in his last start. In her last start.
Yeah.
It was a big field. I would definitely not discount Heaven's Rhythm. I think she definitely has all the chance to win this race.
Also, I want to ask this question. Heaven's Rhythm ran a 5 furlong. Again, 5 furlong, it is always close. The finishes are now 200 meters more. But Medusa has already run a 6 furlong. How does it compare coming into this race.
When Medusa ran her last race, that was a race for horses that had not finished first, second, or third, so that have not placed in this Mumbai season. I would say that that field was not as strong as the field that Heaven's Rhythm ran in. Right before that, Heaven's Rhythm ran third behind Skanda. I think this time she'll have a chance to redeem herself. She was only 3 lengths behind the winner. And yeah, I think the 1200 meters will suit her a little bit more, even though she's a winner over 1000.
Are we moving on to the picks?
Yazan, why don't you start us off with the pick for the last race?
I'm going to go with the grey, Medusa.
I'm going to go with Heaven's Rhythm.
I'm sure Shrikant's going to pick another horse.
Like, I want to, but I'm going to cheer the underdog here, that is Tyra. And I'm going to go with her pick, that is Heaven's Rhythm.
Crazy.
We love to hear it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in for another episode. Please comment below. This might be your last chance until the next season to win betting vouchers if you want to have them for the next weekend racing, which is the last weekend of the Mumbai season. So please comment down below, and thank you for your support as usual. And we will see you next time.